This is VRN, your trusted leader in e-motorsports.
All right, Vigilante Nation, the drivers are ready, the engines are primed, and New Hampshire Motor Speedway awaits. Welcome to the Magic Mile 150. This is the Vigilante Racing Network, live from virtual Loudon, New Hampshire, for round 12 of the VRL Premiere Series. This is the last race of the regular season, where we will set the field for the Premiere Series playoffs and begin the Season 12 race for the VRL Cup. My name is Alan Vaught, and I'm joined with Ricky Wittenberg in the booth here, and we'll be bringing you all the racing action tonight. We'll get you started with some racing details here. So, tonight's race, round 12, as I mentioned, 150 laps, the 1 mile track, so that's going to be 150 miles. The fuel capacity is 65%. They do have 4 extra sets of tires across the wall, which means they have 5 total with what they start the race on. There are no fast repairs for this series. The incident limit is at 25 and 6. And as always, Lucky Dogs waiver rounds are on iRacing. Now we're going to talk a little bit about your championship leaders, but I'm going to go over some session details like the weather, etc. beforehand. But the current top 5 you see right here on this slide, you got Dylan Bryant, 51, currently leading with 312 points. Tim Pope, number 7, with 295 points. Third place in the 89 truck of Craig Goodenough with 277. Fourth place, the 14 truck of Dustin Eaton at 271. And rounding out your top 5 as of right now, the number 38, Chris Gomes with 267. So there's also one other thing I wanted to show you guys tonight. I wanted to remind you of the power rankings that we did during round 9. Now, I will update my power rankings for next week's broadcast, and Ricky's going to do the same. He's going to have his power rankings. But I just wanted to remind you what I had for the power rankings at round 9. We did have most of the people that are still in the top 12, either with a win or currently in on points. They're all listed here. I really don't have any surprises, save for maybe one. So I wanted to kind of show that to you before we move on here. Okay, let's get you started with the weather tonight. So tonight's weather is 73 degrees. It's pretty nice out there. Track temps significantly hotter, 103 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity's pretty low, 30%. But we do have a pretty stiff wind, 13 miles per hour out of the south. And it is partly cloudy conditions. Now, tonight you have onboard cameras for the 01 truck of Kelly Kill, the 023 of Scott Roney, the 085 of Greg Dobson, the 10 truck of Andrew Cawthon, the 13 of Andy Player, the 16 of Kyle Vaught, the 29 of Dave Mayberry, the 38 of Chris Gomes, the 68 of Dustin Wade, and the 89 Craig Goodenough. And we'll get you a good look at those different camera shots a little later on. Penalties tonight. We had a few, folks, because we ran Bristol last week. So kind of bear with me. The 89 truck's going to be starting from the back, but he had 2 penalties, so he's also going to have to do a drive-through within 3 laps of the start of this race. So 89 is going to be behind the 8 ball starting off. However, he's super fast here. I saw him on Monday night. For the fans out there, for Craig Goodenough, I would not be too concerned. He's probably going to come back from this. Additionally, the 99 truck has a penalty. He's only starting at the rear, so all the rest of these are EOLs, end of line. So the 99 truck, the 16 truck, the 123, the 82, the 38, the 31, the 92, the 29, the 14, and the 10. I told you it was a long list, but Bristol's kind of a brutal coliseum to race in there. So before we get to our spotlight driver, hey Ricky, are you ready for the regular season finale?
Yeah, it should be really interesting. New Hampshire is a track that kind of races like an overgrown short track, and it looks like the guys got their hands full. I've seen a lot of people spinning in practice.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll probably keep one of the live shots up partially, at least while we do this spotlight driver. But I mentioned in the chat, folks, if you were already in there talking to us, that Scott Roney, a relative newcomer to this league, is tonight's spotlight driver. And we're going to get a talk with him in just a second. I just want to kind of go over. So, for this third installment, Lori has picked this driver as we move out to the west. He's a driver whose quiet consistency and unwavering grit have earned him respect across the grid. In this league, which is built on chaos, camaraderie, and calculated risk, it's not just the front runners who shape our legacy. It's the ones who grind it out, evolve, and keep showing up. And this week, we're going to shine the spotlight on Salt Lake City's own Scott Roney. The driver of the 023, Scott has been a fixture in Vigilante Racing League for the past 3 seasons. Relatively short period of time since we're 12 deep in about 5 years. But with 51 race starts under his belt, he's no rookie. He's a seasoned competitor who's carved out 9 top 10 finishes and led over multiple laps over different varying tracks in our most brutal battles even. So whether it's a short track slugfest or a high-speed chess match, Scott's racecraft is measured, methodical, and he's always improving. But stats only tell part of the story. Scott's value lies in his tenacity. He's the kind of driver who doesn't chase glory. He earns it. Every lap led, every finish fought for, every race logged is a testament to his commitment to the craft and to this league. And we truly appreciate that he's here. So with that, Ricky, we're going to get a word with Scott. And I'm going to have you, if you could start off with the first series of questions, I'd appreciate it. So I get set up for, I'm going to show you some pics of his rig room he shot me. It's pretty cool. So get him up in here. Hey, Scott, this is Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. Do you got us?
Yep, got you guys.
Hey, man, welcome. And I'm glad you're the spotlight driver this week. Lori picked you out. And we're going to kick off with Ricky with a series of questions that we have built up for you. Hope you're ready for a quiz.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Hey, Scott. So
Ricky.
as far as the league culture and things go, as far as VRL, what sets it apart from the other leagues that maybe you ran in the past?
These guys are difficult. We might have a 2,000 I rating, but these guys are racing more like 4,000 or 5,000 I rating. They're very difficult to win here, and the competition. I mean, that's why I like to drive it. So yeah, it's great. I really enjoy it. 3rd season.
Yeah, I would definitely agree about the driving more like a 4,000 or 5,000 I rating, because I've been in some of those splits, and these guys are definitely as fast as some of those guys.
Yeah.
So as far as the culture of the league, to somebody who's never run with us before, how would you explain how our league is maybe a little different than other leagues?
Everybody talks to each other. Nobody calls anybody out. It's, we're racing hard. Every week we're racing hard, and it's been a lot of fun and got a lot of experience. The guys are great to teach us different things, and it's been a great experience.
Yeah, good deal. So what keeps you coming back every week? I mean, with all this the competition and the league, and what makes you drive to come every week to the race?
Oh, I got to win one of these. Are you kidding? Everybody's looking forward to it. I'm close. I'm getting there. Maybe not this year, but I think next season you could see a difference. So, yeah, that's what brings me back.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Everybody wants to win. Alan, are you back, or do you need me to keep going?
No, buddy, I'm back. So, hey, Scott. So, I had you up on the screen while we're doing this, but I'm gonna switch back over. I'm gonna show those pics that you shot to me, and hopefully you can see this, Rick, and you can comment as well. But hey, we're taking a look at your rig, from the back view, looking at the 3 monitors and the info screen above. And I never saw this or captured it during our previous broadcast. But man, look at the wall of cars, Ricky, that this man has, and this is not even half of it. You're gonna see more as I go through this. It's incredible.
Yeah, and
it's impressive.
I actually collect the Legos too. So all the Formula One that Lego has, I've built everything. And I get into some of the other cars, but my girlfriend collects Disney, and so I got one room in the whole house.
Well, we're taking a look at the side view to the left, and you got all the different track maps. I love that. I see a lot of guys doing that. That's great. And you can see, Ricky, how his car collection just continues to travel around. So basically, he has a track up around the top of his rig room there. I'm continuing to go through these pics here. I mean, you got hoods, you got all kinds of, you got haulers everywhere. I think that's pretty cool. You're kind of giving some, showing some love to the haulers. And let's see, I think I got 6 pics here. I see some of the Lego F1s there on the ground.
Yeah.
And just a random aircraft there, a Cessna. What's going on there, man?
I got a buddy of mine that talked me into buying an RC plane. And so we started flying RC planes. And it was a pretty cheap hobby. And so I just kept it. I haven't flown it for about a year, but yeah, it's been fun to drive.
That makes a cool accoutrement for the man cave, though. So yeah, I like that. And we just got some more shots here, taking a look towards the back there. And there's the haulers I was talking about, Ricky, up around the top. And then here's the last picture, just another rack of cars everywhere, man. What a man cave. A lot of guys would be envious of that out there, I'm sure.
Oh, it's crazy. When my friends come over, they're like, what are you doing? So, no, it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of hobbies, and that's just one of them. I collect the little Hot Wheel ones, too, for NASCAR, and I have about 400 of the different types of NASCAR brands of those cars.
Well, we got a few more minutes here. Ricky, you want to ask me a couple more of those questions?
Yeah. So you've logged 51 races with us now. What moment so far stands out above all the rest?
Oh, I'll go back to when Alan pushed me towards, I think it was Atlanta. I might have taken second there, or Daytona, one of the two. But I think there was a race that Alan pushed me to that spot, and I can't believe that I made it. I was so excited that night, and the whole day, the whole office. I mean, it was a great vibe, and it stands out to me. But I'm going to win one of these. I'm telling you, it's coming.
We don't doubt that, buddy. So is there a story behind your car number?
Yeah, the 023 is my birthday is the 23rd. But one of the guys in Jack Shack Racing that I race with has a higher I rating, and he runs 23. So for me to be able to run 23, I did 023. So all my cars are listed like that, every car.
Good deal. So what's something that the people in this league don't know about you but should?
Well, I'm 59 years old, but when you hear me on the mic, I sound like I'm about 14.
Well, they know now. We're got you on the camera right now. They know that's not true. But hey, man, we're getting close to time for qualifying. I just want, on behalf of myself and Ricky, I want to thank you, man, for taking the time before the race and, breaking your focus long enough to answer our questions. We just want to have the audience out there get to know our drivers over the course of these next few races. Hell, we're going to do this every season to make sure everybody knows who's out here and committing all this time to race together.
Yeah, you guys do a great job. Really, really good job. And I appreciate it. I look forward to watching the race tonight on YouTube.
All right, buddy. You got any parting thoughts? You want to give any shout outs to anybody before we let you go?
I'm just shooting for that top 12 tonight. I'm right there on the bubble, so we'll see what I can do for the playoffs. But that's what I'm shooting for, top 12 tonight.
Yeah, man, you're right there. You're pretty safe, but you don't want to wreck out tonight. You absolutely. Yeah. So good luck to you.
Fast.
He is
fast.
He absolutely is. So good luck to you. Got anything else, Ricky, before I let him go and we let him get focused?
No, Scott, just good luck. I know you're going to get one soon, and try to get in the playoffs there tonight.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Good luck. All right, that was our spotlight driver, the 023 of Scott. I enjoy doing these segments, because it gives us an opportunity. I mean, I learned things, Ricky. I don't know about you, but I learned things about our drivers, and I've known some of them for a pretty good while.
Yeah, no, I had no idea some of that about Scott. I saw some of those cars in the pictures we had, but until you showed the full spectrum, I had no idea he had that much paraphernalia.
Yeah, he absolutely did. Let me see if I can get your everybody out there watching and get you a different shot and get you somebody on the track here. So we were talking with him, Ricky, about the playoffs, and so I mentioned previously, I'm gonna go over the top 12. So folks, if you kind of got to bear with me, the VRL, what we do in this series is we have 2 championships. We have an overall championship, and Ricky, once I get done, you'll tell me if I did the justice on explaining this. So the overall championship is called the VRL Cup. So the top 12 who finished tonight, the top 12 in points or winners. So all of our winners, if they're in the top 20 in points, they automatically transfer over, become part of the 12. Now, so far, we have 6 winners who are in that category. So 6 folks have already been identified. The rest are going to get in on points. So that's what Scott Roney was talking about. Currently, he's riding 12th in points with 224 points. He's worried about, Andrew Cawthon at 13th, who's only 8 points behind him. So that's how this is going to go down. Everybody of the top 6 I just mentioned are already in the top 12. So the bubble is at 12th and 13th between Scott Roney and Andrew Cawthon. Now, the second championship I was referencing, once we set the field and we move out on that, because those guys are going to reset and they're going to have, what is it called, Ricky, between the different, you got segments, the rounds. We got rounds. We got like the round. Yeah, we're going to go, you got a round. The first round's a wild card round, it's just one race. Then you have 3 race round, and then you have another 3 race round at the end to crown the VRL Cup champion. Now, the secondary championship is the rest of the drivers who didn't make it in that 12. They're racing to win the contender chase. It's another trophy, another payout, a lot to race for. This entire league is going to be racing hard for the next 6 races as we leave Loudon, New Hampshire. Now, I know that was a lot of information, but just kind of wanted to talk about it. And the winners I spoke over, Dylan Bryant with 3, Tim Pope with 3 wins. Then you got all the rest. These are one race winners: Craig Goodenough, Dustin Eaton, Chris Goins, and George Rincon. Now, we did have one other winner this season, Ricky, and that was a breakthrough win by Dustin Wade in the 68 truck, who got his first win in VRL. But unfortunately, right now, he's riding in 26th in points. And I think it's a mathematical impossibility for him to be able to make it in at this point. However, he can race for the contender chase.
Yeah. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Wade missed a couple of races. So if he would have been able to show up every week, he may have been a little higher in points. So that may have hurt him, but he did get that breakthrough win, and he's very strong just about every week. So, he could run for that contender's chase.
That's a great point, and I'm glad you reminded me of that. I think Lori said, she told me he missed 3 or 4 races. That's a lot to miss, and then still be, competitive to get in that top 20. So I'm just congratulations to Wade for breaking through with that win. I think we're going to see more come now, and I fully expect him to be really contending in the chase. And we'll see what next season has in store for him as far as getting to the VRL Cup. So that's pretty much what we have for the championship. What other thoughts do you have, Ricky?
I was just going to say, and one thing about Wade, he won't sneak up on anybody else at a super speedway again. They know the man is going to be a contender.
That's for sure, man. Let's see, what else do we have on this? I think we pretty much covered that. So tonight, after the race, just understand, folks, we will probably mention who the top 12 are, but that's provisional because, you know, the admin, she's going to have to look at the entirety of the race. Anybody could end up getting a penalty depending on what happens. And that could change the running order as we enter the playoffs. So please bear with us. We will certainly have it nailed down going into the next broadcast, and we'll lay that all out for you, including who's in the lead for the contender chase. So, yeah, a lot on the line tonight.
There is one other thing I don't know if we mentioned or not. Even though those guys are points racing around Roney and Cawthon and I think McAdam, we also, if they're in the top 20 and one of these guys sneaks through and wins, they're going to bump somebody back. So you've got Jeremiah Burke, Jack Dixon, and a couple of other guys, Kyle Vaught, hovering around that top 20. If they win, they're in. They'll be in the top 20 and have won the race.
Yeah, DW's in that. Did you mention DW? He's in there too,
yeah,
and he's
Derek
always,
Welch. I knew there was another one.
Those guys are always fast, and great point. Somebody could really upset the apple cart here at the very last moment and end up racing their way, winning their way into this championship. And
yeah,
we should.
A lot of stories tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's a great track. Right now, we're watching qualifying on your screen, but you don't have anybody active. Here we go. Maybe Greg Dobson. Here we go. Tom Barish in the 35 truck. Right now, they're trying to make his laps in that Hardy machine. Now, you'll notice in the scoring tower and the pylon, folks are highlighted in red. Those are your current championship, the top 5 leaders right now. So once we go into next week, we're going to have all 12 of your championship contenders are going to be highlighted on the scoring pylon. See, looks like right now, Tim Pope is your provisional pole. John McAdam's up there now. You and I talked about John McAdam maybe winning this race and getting into the championship, and he's up there in second.
Yeah, McAdam has shown real speed for weeks, and I think he's got a good shot at upsetting the apple cart there and jumping into the playoffs.
And that's it, folks. So we're going to go over your grid now. So Tim Pope does have the pole. John McAdams still second. Andy Player third. Dylan Bryant fourth. Mike Adamson fifth. Jeremiah Burt sixth. Scott Roney, our spotlight driver tonight, is in seventh. John Schoenbacher is in eighth. George Rincon ninth. Jonathan Osborne 10th.
Jack Dixon in 11th. Trevor Robertson 12th. You got Kelly Kill 13th. Dustin Wade 14th. Tom Barish 15th. In 16th, Dion Jones. Josh Bittner starts 17th. Anthony Williams in 18th. Canadian Greg Dobson in 19th. And Craig Goodenough in 20th.
21st, you got Chris Gomes. 22nd, Dustin Eaton. 23rd, Seth Aller. Dave Mayberry in 24th. Kyle Vaught 25th. Mike Everidge 26th. Greg Klein 27th. Scott Milner 28th. Andrew Cawthon is in 29th, and rounding out your field is John Gallagher in 30th. So that is your starting lineup, folks. It's going to be a good race tonight. I'm looking forward to this one. And they're starting to move off the grid for the pace laps. Who's your pick tonight?
I'm gonna go with Jeremiah Burke. He's almost won a championship in VRL. He's on the outside looking in. He's not afraid to stick it anywhere he needs to. He'll throw the Hail Mary and he'll somehow get it done.
All right. So is he your long shot pick? Is that what you're saying? Let me see what my long shot pick would be. Honestly, I don't think he's a long shot. He's really fast at these places, and he qualified sixth.
I'm not calling him a long shot. I just think he's going to win.
You're right. So let me see. Trevor Robertson. I'm picking Trevor Robertson to win this race tonight.
Trevor's had a lot of bad luck this year. He's due for a win.
All right, we're about to go green. Hey, folks out there, let us know who your pick is in the chat. Talk us up tonight. We really want to hear from you.
And we do have a lot of people in the chat already. We just extended one more lap of caution. So Faster Pastor, he is on vacation. That's why he's not here tonight. Wishing everybody a good race. Dylan Bryant was in the chat earlier. Red Arnell for Craig Goodenough. Osvaldo for Kyle Vaught. Trouble is Tanya, and she's here for Dave Mayberry, I believe. And Tim McAdam trying to get John McAdam in the playoffs. Taylor Provax, great night for VRL Racing. Let's go 16. Tim Brown, McAdam for the win.
There we go. I think is that the first time we send Tim Brown? If it is, welcome. Looking forward to having new fans out there watch these drivers, family and friends. A lot of chatter. You guys should be able to hear some of the chatter over the radio. We like to keep that on for you so you can hear the drivers. You able to hear that in the broadcast there, Ricky, or not?
I'll check it here in just a second. We do have an extension for one more lap of caution.
One more lap. Got it. Yeah, we're probably just trying to get all the... When we have a large number of penalties from the week prior, it takes a little bit to get everything organized, and they want to be fair before they release the hounds, so to speak, to attack this track. We don't want anybody trying to get lined up in that moment. A, it's going to end up in a wreck, and B, it's not fair competition. So Lori's out there making sure this is everything is squared away before she lets them go. Taylor Provax there saying hello to Ricky and Alan. Hello, Taylor. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Go ahead, Ricky.
Taylor. Have we had our fuel strategist tell us how far we can go on a tank of gas?
So I got a couple of numbers there. So you and I are going to have to watch it. It's looking like 46 to 50 laps. It's only a 150 lap race. So we'll see how long they're going to go. They got plenty of tires, if that's true.
If 50 is the max they can make it, and we stretch this caution out a few extra laps, that may throw them off on a two-stop strategy.
Yep, and we should be going green here, folks. You'll see that lap counter at the top left reset. Pace truck should pull off. Here he goes, and we're getting underway. First one is on the flag stand, not on the leader. There we go. We are underway. Like Sev's going to get a pretty good jump there. You got Player there trying to scoot on through past McAdam. McAdam's having none of it. That blue and white truck you see on the outside, getting a pretty good run on that high line. He may be able to slot in here behind the 7. Choosing maybe not to. Not quite yet. 51's making it around the 13 out there. So he's looking to go ahead and make up some ground right now, Ricky.
Yeah, he's not wasting any time.
Get a look at these guys. So we got Andy Player there, former New Hampshire State Trooper. He actually worked this event while he was active duty. Got some great pictures, even with the Loudon unique trophy, the giant, I don't even know how much it weighs, Ricky, lobster that they give out to the winner of this race. So he's got some incredible experience at this track as far as real life.
Oh, there's a wreck on the front stretch. Oh, big hit, upside down.
Oh, no. Jonathan Osborne's involved. We'll get back here and take a look and see what happened to it, folks. The Jonathan's out there in that 81 machine. Let's see what happens. Getting around there pretty good. Oh, no. We've seen that a lot on Monday, just to go around. Oh, and then he gets tagged a couple times. Kyle Vaught narrowly missed some damage there. Good on him to check up as hard as he did. And unfortunately, he had to tow because he was hurdled right there on that stretch there. That's unfortunate. See if we can get a word. And hopefully, Jonathan can get back in this thing.
I think we got a message in the chat. No engine noise. So I don't know what that's about.
Let me double check that then. Let's see what's going on there. All right, folks, let me know if you can hear it now. Tim McAdams out there saying no engine noise. Let me know if you can hear it. Let's go inside the truck. Give him an opportunity to make sure he can hear it. Did you hear it in the broadcast, Ricky?
Let's check on that real quick.
Yeah, we had that back down for the interview we were doing. We didn't want all that chatter in the background. So thank you, Tim McAdam, for letting us know.
Yeah, it does sound like in the broadcast I can hear it.
You can hear it now? Good. Good. Awesome. There we go. So Tim Pope is your current leader. Started on the pole Got him still in 7th, or excuse me, 47 is still in 2nd. And then you have Dylan Bryant right there in 3rd, and Andy Player, we're riding behind right now, in 4th. So did we get any takers out there in chat land telling us who they think is going to win this race? Come on, throw your card out there. We did. Tim McAllis says barely now. I'm going to turn this one up. You guys let me know if it's too loud for you out there once I do this.
Hey, we've got Overseas Puma in the chat that says Cawthon is his teacher. So they've got one of the students cheering on Andrew Cawthon tonight.
That's awesome. Welcome. I'm just going to say Puma. Welcome to the broadcast. Okay, Tim, you should be able to hear it now, man. I pushed that thing up about 20 notches there. We'll see once they get rolling. You should definitely hear them, but make sure that it's not overpowering for you as we get ready to go back green. This place put on a hell of a show last Sunday in real life, Ricky. I don't know if you got a chance to catch that race.
Yeah, I got to see a little bit of it. It looked like it was much more entertaining than I figured it was going to be.
There we go. Great jump on the outside. So these restarts are on the leader. The initial start of the race was not, but Tim Pope able to really jump out there. 47 holding on to 2nd. Looking to be challenged by the 13, though. Yeah, you bet, Tim. Appreciate you letting us know that was low, man. I said sometimes we miss a dial whenever we back down the volume so we can talk to some of these drivers. I'm glad you didn't wait until the end of the broadcast. I would have felt terrible.
It just went around.
Yellow flag. There we go. All right, we're going to look at this one too, folks. Hopefully 7 laps in, this isn't indicative. These guys, a little slick out there. Hopefully they just let their tires come in, take a breath, be able to go ahead and get this thing underway. Once they get going, I don't think we're going to see a lot of cautions. Go back here and take a look and see what happened to Kyle. Kyle's right there towards the rear. Let's take a look. He's in that Kellogg's machine right there, white and red. What happens with him here? Does he get help? Goes to get in the corner. Oh, maybe it just took the air off his nose a little bit there. He had trucks behind him and in front. Does he hit anything? No,
he didn't hit anything.
Sorry about,
no damage.
I think just based on what I saw there, he saw
he might have hit the brakes too hard.
He thought the 38 was maybe going to drive in a little harder and was trying to make sure he didn't get ran over from behind, and then he overdrove it into the corner.
Yeah, he's got 31 coming across his nose at the same time. You can see from this overhead shot. Oh, he touches him. So that didn't help. Yeah. That's probably what really kind of threw him off there. He touches him, trying to stay off of him. Yeah. So he probably was a little bit too much brake, trying not to damage the 31, which is, he doesn't want to hurt anybody else's chances in this race. So good for him, though. No significant damage.
Yeah, that's kind of a no harm, no foul. That's going to hurt his tires a little bit, but other than that, without hitting anything, he should be okay.
Yeah, for sure. Where is he at now? So he's back here, just now coming off pit lane. And Pope, still your leader here. Lights are still on the pace truck. See if we can get a quick word with Kyle, maybe.
Coming around on the outside, guys.
Nah, probably not. There's one more lap to go here. We'll let him get going. Got Albert Anderson there in the chat saying, hello, everybody. Looking forward to some great racing tonight. Let's go, Team All-Star. Now, that's not senior. Is that Albert Jr.? No, he's in the race. That's got to be senior.
No, Albert is not in the race. Maybe he's afraid of the lobster.
Oh, I thought I saw him in here earlier. We're talking about him in the context of the championship hunt. Right now, he's 9th in points.
I don't see him out there.
I don't either.
Yeah, neither is Derek. DW's not here either, so that eliminates a potential winning contender.
There we go. We got a couple of key players missing. Hopefully Albert's in good shape, though. They do get a couple of drop weeks, and he'll still make the show. As we get set to go back to green, you're going to see this truck pull off right here, coming back out of turn 4. We're going to get going.
It's okay.
Here we go, back under green. 7 gets a tremendous jump again. Fights on for second, though. 47 and 13. Getting after it here. Looks like 47 is really going to roll the outside line there. 13 was fast here on Monday. Had a little bit of trouble when he was running that low line. When he got on the field a little too hard once. Ended up going around. I got word that my mic is off. Take a look at that.
It is a little echoey. I was going to talk to you about that later, but it's not too bad, but there's like a little echo.
How about now?
I think you're okay.
Yeah. So there was a lot of updates today when I got on the computer between Discord, the broadcast software, and the Wavelink. Or yeah, who are you looking at?
Dustin Eaton, pretty good enough. Greg Klein, they made it, but that was tight, very tight.
They're still pretty tight right here if you're looking at it now. And these are the fast guys trying to come through the field, folks. That's what we're going to see. And actually, I'm sure Craig Goodenough got real fortunate with those cautions at the beginning of the race. Look at him just drive it in there.
Wow. He's running on track that you're not supposed to run on.
He's running. Yeah, that's the same line that I saw Keselowski hit the wall at this past weekend and bounce into the crowd. So he's got to be pretty careful with that. It's a good shot. You can just see they're still pretty bunched up here. But yeah, he's coming through the field. So like I was saying, he got fortunate with his cautions as he had to do a drive-through. He's still on the lead lap. In fact, he's running 13th for all you good enough fans out there running. Look at this. He's all the way on the apron using that grip down there. Clearly he's practiced this. It's the line that I haven't seen anybody else running. Look at this, all the way to the white line. Everyone else is above that blue line there pretty much. He is turning some fast laps.
Keep passing people. There's going to be a lot of other guys trying that. I don't know if they've practiced it, but they're going to be trying it.
Yeah, he's way down there. Like I said, I saw Keselowski do it, but he was like 4 wide, maybe didn't realize it, bounced off that wall right there and pushed him up into the crowd, causing a huge accident involving SVG and some other ones. It's pretty rough.
I just saw Mayberry do the same thing. Didn't work out as well, but he was trying.
I wonder how bad this is going to be on his tires running this line for so many laps. For 15 laps into 150 right now. But he's got to get up there, and he has done a great job. He's already up to 12th, looking to take some more. Want to get around the 84 machine here. They're 3 wide right in front of him for a moment. You got Scott Roney, Josh Bittner, and Kelly Kill. Kelly's in that green truck. Josh is right there in that Miller High Life looking paint scheme. Don't know that it says Miller, but it looks like a Miller High Life to me. Oh, it blinks out a little bit. Some pretty good action here. See where we're at on the track here. We're still all on the same. Oh, Mike Adamson. Yep. That looked like a hard hit, Ricky.
Yeah, I'll have to go back
no caution.
I saw the smoke.
No caution. That's crazy. Now, folks.
He pushed up out of the turn and hit Burke and shot him down to the inside wall.
Just so everyone knows, the cautions are not on the admin. It's on iRacing. Keep it as fair as possible. That the computer controls cautions, and sometimes if you're outside the racing line, iRacing will not throw the caution. Let's go back and take a quick look while we got a little bit of a break in the action here at what happened to Mike Adamson. So Mike is in that green and white truck close to you here, underneath the 53. 53 is on his outside. Let's go behind him here. Get him. He's in the Raptor truck right here. Looking good here. Oh, you got a little bit of help. Maybe he pushed up on the 53. It's hard to tell from angles.
Well,
one coming down, one going up. Go ahead.
It looked like he pushed up, but then at this angle clearly looks more like Burt came down a little bit. So maybe it's a little bit of one and a little bit of the other.
It looked like it was a combo here.
Yeah.
We'll take a look from the 50.
And he was coming down.
From the 53 truck. Let's see, where's he running right now? Where am I? Anyway, I don't see him immediately, so that's unfortunate, though. Not too terrible of a hit. He should be able to continue. Short track racing, he might be okay. 19 complete. We're still under green, and we're looking at the 89. Craig has made his way up to 7th position, chasing down my pick to win the race, which was Trevor Robertson. All right, while we got the opportunity, let's go through the field. Let's see, it's like Seth Aller may be out of the race, and Anthony Williams is on pit lane. He must have been involved in something. He's jumped to the pit, so something happened to him.
He's the one that took the hard shot into Osborne that sent him upside down.
Okay, and probably Seth was involved with that too. Look, Osborne's not doing too badly, except for he's a lap down. Yeah, no, he's last on the lead lap right now. So there's your 81 machine of Jonathan Osborne running 28th. Greg Dawson is running 27th out of Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. Mike Adamson still running out there in 26th. Get a look at his nose. He's got left front damage there, but it's not too terrible. Out of Sanford, Florida. Deion Jones is running 25th right there in that Mountain Dew. Good looking throwback machine. Scott Miller in the Reese's machine makes me think of Busch Series Kevin Harvick when I see that paint right there. It looks good. Running 24th. You got Mike Everidge in that 82 truck right there running on the inside of Kyle Vaught, trying to make that pass. Kyle's out of High Point. And then Mike's out of Melbourne, Kentucky. Moving forward to the 21st position. It's 81's trying to get around him. It's 81. So 81 is a lap down. It's just now updated, so he is a lap down.
He's 4 laps down on my scoring.
Okay. And got Dave Mayberry in that 29 machine right there. And I'll get through the cameras here in a moment. He's got a camera on board. 20th, John Gallagher in the Hardy's machine. 2 Hardy's machines out here tonight, the 123 and the 35. Chris Gomes, for all you Gomes fans out there, out of Charlotte, North Carolina, running right now in the 19th position. Jack Dixon out of Mitchell, Ontario, Canada. One of 2 Canadian drivers in here tonight. He is in the 48 machine running in 18th. Trying to make that outside line work for him. You got Andrew Cawthon. He's trying to make that bubble into the playoffs right now. He's in 13th in points, racing out of Bartow, Florida. Running 17th right now. Greg Klein out of Owasso, Oklahoma. Hope I didn't butcher that, folks. Running 16th, up 11 spots from where he began tonight. Tom Barris, the other Hardy's machine, out of Gulf Coast, Mississippi, running in 15, right where he started. Got John Schoenbachler out of Louisville, Kentucky, running in the 14th position. Good-looking Coors Light machine. And you got Dustin Wade out of Cincinnati in the 68, running in 13th. Up 1 for the night so far. Really killing that Dayglow green, highlighter green. Monster machine. You're definitely not going to miss that one. Running 12th, up 1 spot for the night so far. You got Dustin Eaton out of Temple, Texas in the 14 right there. Team Orangutan. He is running up 12 spots from where he began the night. He had a penalty, so he's really doing well getting up there to the front. Josh Bittner.
Oh, Mayberry just sent Dixon.
Uh-oh, it's not good. So we got up to 9th, folks. We'll come back to it. We'll go take a look and see what happened to Mayberry. We are under yellow.
Sorry, John.
It did not register, but it did register the yellow. So let's go back and see if we can find this incident. We get on board with Dave Mayberry in 29. Dave racing out of Tucson, Arizona. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah,
Dixon's on. Oh, yeah.
For sure in 3rd.
Looks like he just floated it a little bit. Maybe got just in there too hard. Let's see what happened prior. So the 29, the white machine with some red stripes there, that's Dave Mayberry. Dixon's on the outside in the 48. Yeah, just got up in there. A little bit harder than he expected. Get an overhit shot. Yeah. See how bad was the damage on Dixon here.
He hit it pretty good with his rear end.
Yeah, he did hit that wall pretty hard. And that's a place you don't want damage. That right rear, it makes the truck almost undrivable. He's going to get that repaired. See if we can get a word with Jack. Go ahead.
I was going to say, when that caution came out, Tim Pope was 5 seconds clear of the field. So I don't know if this is one of his favorite tracks or he's figured something out, and good enough, stormed all the way up through there. This should be good.
Yeah, they were last week fighting pretty hard for the win of that race as well. Was it last week or the week before? I don't recall. This is another short track. All right, let's see if we can get a look at find him. Josh Bittner. Pull him in to see what's going on. Hey, Josh, it's Down and Ricky in the booth. What do you got me?
Yep.
Hey, what happened there from your perspective?
What's that? The staying out or not taking tire apart?
No. The incident that sent you around.
That was Dixon.
Yeah, no comprende.
Oh, I'm on the wrong person.
John Bittner wasn't in the wreck.
I'm sorry.
No problem, though. It sounded bad.
I grabbed the wrong driver. Sorry, man. We'll get you back down there. Get you back down there. That's pretty funny, though. Make sure I get him into the right team. There we go.
Yeah,
I must have been looking. I was looking at. So he's the 84. I'm dyslexic. Bittner's the 84, and I was looking for the 48, folks. Go ahead, make fun of me in the chat. I deserve it.
There wasn't no way for me to tell you. I was just going to let it roll.
Just let it roll. Yeah. Got anything in the chat? Wow, here he is.
I guess he didn't take tires, or he only took 2 tires or something, because he's starting second.
Yeah, I'm not going to pull him up here right now because they're about to go green. Got anything in the chat?
Oh, we got plenty in the chat. Ryan Perez says good enough, don't give away that line. Albert Anderson is picking good enough to win the race tonight. And he said that he's in the process of moving and his rigs broke down. That's the reason he wasn't racing.
Oh. This is a good shot of the line. We're back under green, folks. You got Josh Bittner, who is leading the race. 47 is trying to get around the outside of the 89. Good enough race from the back. I'm going to stay up here up top momentarily so you can see the racing line he's using. He's using the apron. He's actually not on the racing surface. He is making that work for him. It's like a diamond a little bit. Oh, he gets out of shape, though. Maybe that's a little bit of the danger. He loses some spots, but he's going to get back in the groove here. Now the tires are warm for sure. He falls in right behind the 13 machine of Andy Player.
Oh, average around, Kyle Vaught in it. They're stacking up.
Oh, I see that.
Oh, 5 or 6 trucks stacked up.
That's costly. We'll pick this apart. But John Schoenbacher's in it, Kyle Vaught, Mike Average, Andrew Cawthon, Scott Milner, Dion Jones. That's a pretty significant incident there. There's some unhappy drivers.
But I couldn't have done it without you guys staying off of me, so thanks.
Get a blimp view here. So we're watching that Coors machine of John Schoenbacher. I don't know if that's where it starts or not. Nope. It's already happening up here with Kyle Vaught and company.
Yeah, I think it go around in front of me. I couldn't stay off of him.
Average is right there. He just looks like he gets loose there. See if I can get on board with him. Here's Average. We'll take, no, I might got a little help there. Let's take a look. Go up top. That machine right there, but Andrew Cawthon's trying. Average is kind of on a trajectory down. Oh, just doesn't clear the 10 quite. Looks like ends up going around. Kyle Vaught almost gets around there, but then gets tagged in the front and the back. Not too bad yet until Kyle's going to be okay. It's like 53 gets through there, 7 gets through there, the 81. Honestly, from the way it looked a lot worse when you first pointed it out to me. It looks like these drivers got out of there pretty good. Who got the worst of it?
I think Cawthon may have hit the wall pretty good.
Cawthon and Dion Jones.
Yeah, and Dion.
And the 51.
Oh,
the 31.
The 31, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was about to point out, I think Tim Pope may have had a pit road speeding penalty because he came in the leader and he sat on pit road until everybody had completed their stop. So either that was a weird strategy or he was speeding.
Yeah, see if we can get a word with Kyle Vaught. while we have an
Why are you back here
opportunity.
with me, Pope?
Coming off pit lane now. We got so many names here. Digging through these guys. Here he is right here.
Oh, YouTube club.
Hey, Kyle, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
What's going on, fellas?
Man, you almost got around the outside completely unscathed, but then at the last possible moment, you get a little nose and nudges you around. How bad was the damage?
35 seconds worth. I was hoping to avoid it. I don't, Everett, I think he got loose in front of Cawson or something, but I was close to avoiding it, but it's all good. It's a long race, so we'll see how it all goes. I don't love this track, but if I can get a top 20, I'm content with that.
Hey, Ricky, you got anything for the 16 before we let him go?
I don't know if you saw the 89's line, but if you could pull that off, he was pretty fast with it.
Yeah, I watched his line all throughout practice. I don't know how he's doing it. He's pushing it so far in. He's fast. I mean, Craig is fast everywhere, but dang, he's fast.
Hey, green, green, buddy.
See.
Get back to it.
All right, good luck, man.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
Y'all.
All right, folks, we're gonna head back up front and take a look at your current leader, Josh Bittner, still up there with the 47. John McAdam in second. Trevor Robertson, my pick for the race win, is running third. Dylan Bryant is in fourth, and then rounding out your top 5 is that 38 machine of Chris Gomes. Man, it's just getting really kind of crazy around here tonight.
Yeah, this is definitely racing like the last race before playoff.
See if we can get us a chopper view here. Go back here about midfield. We're watching Tim Pope and them. Tim's trying to come back through the field like you mentioned. He thought he received a pit road speeding penalty, so we should see some great racing for him like we saw from the 89 trying to come through the field here. Hopefully he can do it safely. Pretty wide. 53's down there using that line I see now. He may have been doing it the whole time.
I've seen some people flirt with it after a good enough shot through the field like he did.
Yeah, a lot of good racing here. It's really easy to get blues coming out of the corner. There goes the 7 trying to get under. Looks like the 123 or maybe the 35. 123 does John Gallagher. Taking a look at the 53 right there. Right now, Jeremiah Burke racing out of Phoenix, Arizona. And I got a chance to see if we can take a look at some of these cameras. Pull these guys up. You're not going to have the actual driver's name on the screen. We'll keep them live in the bottom corner. Right now, you're on board with Kelly Keel. He's got a good looking setup there, in my opinion, Ricky.
Oh yeah, his setup looks good, very immersive. Kelly's he's working that wheel.
Yeah, for sure. And now we're going to switch over to our spotlight driver, Ronan. We took a good look at his room, man. He's got that nice blue calming glow going on right now. And so yeah, I like that one too. Let's see. We did have Greg Dobson. It looks like we've got a camera malfunction on Dobson. We'll see if we can reestablish. Actually, might be Cawthon's view. It is Cawthon's view. We lost Dobson. Let's move on to Andy Player. He was the New Hampshire native that we were talking about, how he's got so much experience here at this track.
Oh, they're 4 wide coming out of 2. Wow.
Who are you watching?
We made it. It was Bittner, Eaton.
Okay.
That was 2 of the 4.
There we go. Got to look at them. So, yeah,
that whole pack right there is crazy.
We got it on board with Kyle Vaught. He's racing out of Chicago right now, but originally from High Point, North Carolina. And we did have Dave Mayberry. Don't know what happened to him. He's still here, but his camera's not. Oh, it's the wrong one, actually. That's probably why. And he's got a co-pilot there, but it looks like the co-pilot's checked out. And here's a unique one. This is Chris Gomes. He is the only driver that I know of in our league who races in virtual reality. And it's interesting to watch him even without the screen and everything, because you'll see he's turning his head like you would see, looking through the corner as he's going through there. Because that's how it works. If you're not familiar with it in iRacing, folks, you can look completely backwards in your car and see everything that's within that car. Is that good. It's a pretty cool setup. I don't use it personally because I get headaches from having that thing strapped to my melon, but some people love it. And then next one up, we have Dustin Wade. Had his breakthrough win this season. He's riding pretty high on that. Hopefully makes a good run at the contender chase. Maybe he can pick up that championship this season and go after the VRL Cup next season. But yeah, good looking setup there. Sometimes we see his son out there. I think his name escapes me right now, but he likes to come make an appearance. Lori's all about that, you know. We have anybody else? Yes, we do. We got your flying ace here tonight. Greg, good enough. Right now running in second. Let's try and track down. He must have some tire wear. He's not tracking down John McAdam yet. See how this works out. Yep, Dave Mayberry. We were just talking about him. Get back over here to the main. We'll take a look at this.
Oh. A little force-on-force violence.
So right here. Oh, it's going to be the 0129 if that's what you're saying. These are teammates. The green truck. Oh, he just gets that run and didn't expect to hit him. How bad's it damage? Oh, just a kiss. He's going to be okay, folks.
Come on.
Going to be okay. While we got him, we'll see if we can get a word with the man. Hey, Dave, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Hey, what's up, Jess?
Hey, saw you making out with the inside wall, just giving it a little kiss there. How'd that happen to you?
Well, let's just say Kelly turned into Denny Hamlin, and I was, what's his name?
So you think it was deliberate?
No, he was apologizing as he was hitting me.
No kidding. You got any questions for him there, Ricky, our guy who's making out with the wall there?
Yeah, so hey, buddy, how's the looks like your spotter is checked out on you there. You're going to need to wake him up and get that get him ready to go.
Yeah, I know, he's no good, man. I don't know if you guys been watching. I started in the back and I was all the way up to I think 13th.
Oh yeah, we saw that.
I don't know where that came from, but it won't last, I'm sure.
Got the speed tonight. What happened to your info sign you were going to have hanging there in the background?
I'm still working on that one. I don't know. I'll hang it or get a stand. Yeah. Rocky doesn't have much to report tonight anyway.
Nah, he looks like he's pretty satisfied where you're running, so he's not sweating you. But hey, man, thanks for talking to us. We'll let you get refocused here. Didn't look like you had much damage. Did you have, how long was it?
I hit the old damage button and I have 0 damage.
Well, if you're going to wreck, that's the way to do it, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. Yep. Oh, now look who I'm back by now. I'm by Vought Jr.
Good luck with that. We'll talk to you soon, buddy. Later.
Take it easy, guys.
Yeah. All right, we're about to go back to green here, folks. Lights are out on top of that pace truck. And the race is going to be controlled by the 47 of McAdam. He is your leader. He's going to control the start here. Going down the backstretch right now.
The whistle's what did it.
Yeah, it looks like the only drivers that are not in the lead lap right now are Jonathan Osborne, Anthony Williams, and Seth Aller. These guys are still in the race. They stayed in the race, so kudos on them. They're trying to earn all the points they can. All right, that blue and white truck is going to take the control here. Once he gets to that green restart zone, he's able to launch anywhere in there. He takes off pretty much immediately. Gets a nice jump there on second and third place. 51 into 89 of Dylan Bryant and Craig Goodenough, respectively. Craig's running that crazy line again all the way down there. You just don't see a lot of guys doing that. He's able to do it and still keep the tires on that thing. In fact, we'll take a quick look. We're watching Craig right now making his way through the gears. He's shifting in that corner for sure. Probably both, I would imagine. You still with me there, Ricky?
Yeah, just trying to watch all this and process it. Oh, gosh. There's beating and banging all through the field and trying to watch Craig run that very unique line.
Yeah, he's doing a good job at it. You see we're starting to get spread out here. We're kind of back out through the field here. You see he's still running that line. A nice bunch up of trucks here. Really duking it out. You see the 7 there right in the middle of all that action. He's running second in the points right now. Would really like to get up there and gain and be able to pass the 51. Don't know if he's going to get it done this evening. 51 may have the regular season championship sewn up. 53's right there with him. Kelly Kill in that bright green truck. Racing really hard with, looks like George Rincon. And these guys are just all over each other. I mean, you can tell that this was a multi-groove, multi-line track. You go where they're not, you might find some speed and some grip.
Yeah, and it all depends on how you set up your car. You know, this is a fixed setup league, and I don't know if we talk about it that much, where the drivers can't change their springs, their shocks, and a lot of adjustments, but everybody has different wheels and pedals, and there's tricks that you can still use even though you can't set the cars up. So don't make no mistake, these guys are still setting up the car every week.
Yeah, for sure. All right, in the chat there, I just saw Albert Anderson chime in and said, looks like Lori saying hello to Rocky the dog. And then Albert chimes in and says, hey, I've been compared to Apollo Creed, the great champion himself.
Hey, Clubber Lang.
I pity the fool. For all you 80s kids out there,
Yeah.
anybody else is not going to know what I'm talking about. Oh, these guys are racing. And oh, it's like, oh, is that 123? I think just tagged the wall a little bit there. John Gallagher. Like he's no worse for the wear. Get a look at his front end. He almost hits it again right when I go to it. He is pushing that truck for everything it's worth. He does have a bit of damage. You can see the separation in the hood right there. And a little bit of dent into the center of his grill, but he's still okay. They are racing hard and heavy right here, 81. Oh, there goes Kelly Kill going around. Maybe off the nose of that 13, but it looks like maybe it started with Tom Barish, actually, in that 35 truck. Let's take a look. I don't know if this thing would stop moving on me. Here we go.
Oh.
We're watching Tom Barish here come out of the corner. He doesn't. He's the one who just kind of gets collected. Yeah, looks like this may have started with on forward here with Kelly. And Kelly comes out of the corner. He sees that damage on his right rear. That's causing his truck to lose grip. And he just he's trying to just hang on to it and goes around. Nobody else except for the 35. Well, no, that 10 looks like the 10 truck. Yep. Cawthon got a little bit of a piece of that too. 35 got the worst though.
You don't wish bad luck on people, but with the points tight, I know Scott Roney is probably not too upset if Cawthon has some damage.
I'm sure he's not, yeah, because he's really worried about staying in that inside of that top 12. If we take a look at it. Here he is under Misfits. Mr. Tom Barish. Hey, Tom, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
How's it going, man?
Hey, man. Looks like that fell in your lap, man. You had nowhere to go. What was it like from your perspective?
It was just like you said, it fell in my lap. Osborne got out of the way real quick, and I had nowhere to go.
Look like you were having a were you having a pretty good run up to that point? You feel like you were fast here?
I'll be standing.
Well, I don't know
still.
about fast. I was able to be consistent and try to stay out of the damn way.
Yeah. Well, how much damage did you have? I see you pulling off pit lane now.
I didn't take any. It didn't have any damage, actually.
Really? Oh, that's great, though, because it looked from it felt worse than I guess you actually got. You got any questions for the 35 there, Ricky?
No, I just I saw that wreck and I thought you would definitely have some pretty serious front end damage. So which voodoo that you put on the car, it worked to get you out of that one. So just try to stick with it and maybe you can get up there in top 10.
Man, it looks from what I'm looking at, your whole left front is ripped off. You sure you don't have any damage? Maybe that's just a glitch on what I'm seeing versus what you feel.
Yeah, I don't know. I may have been distracted and not seen it.
All right, buddy.
Out.
Well, good luck to you. Thanks for talking to us.
Man. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know if he's not feeling that and that's just a glitch from iRacing, but man, that looks bad.
I see it too, and if we're both seeing it, I bet he didn't notice it. Because they have moved those black boxes around too, if you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
It can be easy to miss that one.
Yeah, for sure. So he's probably got to go back on pit lane here because he's good. Yeah, he's towed out and he's missing this fender. That's no bueno.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be careful on this start because he's going to be in for a little bit of a shock when he makes that first left-hand turn at speed.
We're about to go green right here. As you see, your leader's going to control the field. Josh Bittner with Greg Dobson, Jeremiah Burke up front. Do some new players. That left inside line was lagging back quite a bit. We need to get a little closer on these restarts. I got Jack Dixon that's crashing. Hopefully that's just like tagging the wall. Josh getting a really huge run. Dobson's talking on the radio there. He's on that inside line currently running in fourth. Craig trying to drive up the tailpipe there. And Greg Klein always kind of like sneaks his way, man. Suddenly he's there and he's in the mix in that 92 machine. Ooh, look at the 47 coming around there. Oh, there it goes.
Dobson. Oh, no, Eaton.
I'm sorry.
I mean, McAdam, Dustin Eaton, and some other guys.
I'll get there.
The 88 machine. Oh, look.
I think Greg Dobson had jumped the cushion, got out in that marbles and
Jack,
was
I was
slow.
not expecting everybody to stop that quick. Sorry about that, man.
Well, I see Dobson out there, but it looks like the accident started back here. With it. You thinking that these trucks checked up for Dobson?
Yeah, I think so. At least from the angle I watched, that's what it was looking like in live.
So we're behind right here. We see Dobson in the purple truck up forward there. 89 goes down in that unconventional line. See Dobson drift up in front of the 92. Yeah, it looks like maybe 88 lifted a little bit because he felt like the 16 was going to come down based on that movement. And then the 38 just gets a little piece of him there. And the 14.
Look at the TV camera 3. I think it'll show what I was seeing there.
Here's 3.
If you see Dobson there in front, he's pushing up, and I think they're reacting to that, and they're not.
I mean, they're basically 4 wide right there.
Yeah.
If you're looking at it right here, good shot. See the purple truck to your left, viewer's left. Yeah, I would say that's just unfortunate. Nobody was trying to do anything untoward there. An unfortunate incident. I'm going to go back up here.
Now, Dustin Eaton smacked the wall pretty hard, but he did hit it flush. And if you're going to hit it hard like that, if you hit it flush and don't bend the toe in and knock the tires out of line, sometimes you get lucky and it won't be that bad of damage.
Looking on board here, some of our onboard cameras with, like Kelly's stuck on pit lane, some blinking lights. That's not good. Who else we got going on here? Mr. Roney. Let's see if I can change this. Here we go. Got Scott Roney. We still not have Greg Dobson? No, we don't have Greg Dobson. We do have the 10 truck. $13 right now. He is running. Let's see. Looking for him in this sea of names. Blair is in 12th. Good look at Kyle Vaught.
I'll push you through the turn. Don't worry, Kyle. Why do you think I spoke up?
Mayberry's still on his own, looks like.
Mic up, Greg.
About to go green here, folks.
Okay.
Bittner was controlling that. Burke is trying to make a challenge. That's your pick to win the race tonight.
It didn't give me one.
Made his way to the front. He's in that Mountain Dew dark, let's see, the black and dark red machine there you see on the inside. Right now he's racing the 51 for third. They're all running slightly different lines. Very good enough. Don't know that he's made his way to the point yet tonight, but he made his way from the back. He had double penalty where he had to do a drive-through. He didn't go out and wreck anybody or anything, folks. He was just had a couple of incidents at Bristol, and he got fortunate with an early caution, which was allowed him to catch back up with the field. Sometimes those drive-through penalties can be brutal. 53 falling back just a little bit. Jeremiah's back in 5th. Back up here with Klein. Jumped away from Klein. Klein is in that brightly colored, very tropical looking 92 machine right there. He's running at 7th, up 20 spots so far. And get you a little closer to these guys, actually, while we're talking about them. There we go. There's Greg. We're going to work our way backwards. Here's Trevor Robertson out of McCrory, Arkansas, up 4 spots, running 8th. Kyle Vaught is up 16 spots. He had a penalty, so he was able to make good use of his track position. Got forward pretty quick there. Let's see, I missed Andy Player, who was getting around the 16 as we were talking about that. Here's George Rincon out of Cumming, Georgia. Down 2, so right now running 11th. Tim Pope. Tim Pope was your pole sitter. Lori's out there with a message on the screen saying, "Oh, what a night." Let me check something here. I'm hearing some chatter in the background. Nope, everything's muted. There we go. Yeah, so Tim out of Roseboro, North Carolina, trying to make his way back up to the front. Got Roney, our Salt Lake City, Utah native. He's our spotlight driver tonight. He is down 6, running 13th. Looking to get back up there and fight for the victory. John Gallagher, he's up 16 spots, having served a penalty as well. But it's a good recovery so far, running in the 14th position. Dustin Eaton up 7 spots right now, running 15th. Mayberry rubbing the wall there. Mayberry is up 8 spots, running 16th, about to be passed by, looks like maybe the 81, but he's down a few laps. So Mike Adamson at Raptor Machine, he's running 17th. Scott Milner running 18th. Dustin Wade in 19th, followed closely by Mike Everidge in 20th. Don Schoenbacher, the closer. I expect to see him not only, but especially when we get the second half of this race, he'll be closer to the front most likely, running in 21st. Andrew Cawthon is running 22nd. Chet Dixon in 23rd. Kelly Kill in 24th. Saw him involved in that last incident. Deion Jones still carrying a little bit of damage on his nose there, running 25th. And Greg Dobson back here in 26th. And we saw Jonathan Osborne up forward. He's down 1 lap right now, like trying to make his way forward. Let's see, is he down 1 lap? Yep, he's down 1 lap. Then you got Tom Barish, who is down 2 laps. Still carrying that damage. trying to just ride it out. And that is your run through the field. John McAdam is holding the lead, followed closely by the alternate line racer there of Greg Goodenough. But John McAdam's got this place figured out on the line he's running.
Yeah, we talked before the race, before we went on, that McAdam could definitely upset the standings tonight because he's been so fast lately. If he wins this race, he'll punch his ticket into these playoffs. And if he does, he's a serious contender.
Yeah, he nearly won the race at Bristol last week. I think he came in second, and he was right there at the very end. He might have dropped a little bit more than that, but he was racing for the win.
I wonder if Goodenough gets around him, if he will adjust his line. That'll be interesting.
And Goodenough gets around him right here, so we're watching that now live. Still running up there where he's been running. Take a look from this view here. Goodenough's just his line, looks like. Doesn't go all the way down there. You can see he's floating that rear end. And, Goodenough's line might be where, he runs it for so many laps, but then it goes back to a more traditional line.
Yeah, or he runs it as hard as he thinks he has to get to the lead, and then once he does, he can back it off to a more tire-saving line.
Right.
That looks like that's what he's doing.
Got Lori out there in the chat saying, "Hey, you still there, Tim McAdam?" Yeah, you got your boy up here at 47 running hard. 75 laps into this event, so we are about halfway. We haven't really had to watch the fuel much, Ricky's, considering all the cautions we've had. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a green run here, though.
Yeah, and there's only a couple of guys kind of on alternate strategies, so we'll have to see if there is a caution here anytime soon, and it would have to be pretty soon if they stay on alternate strategies.
We're hard racing back here. This is you're on board with Scott Roney with Jeremiah Burke just in front of him and Mike Adamson. This is 11th, 12th, and 13th. Tim McAdam out there saying, "Yep, he's doing great. He sure is." Goodenough was able to get around him, but John's fast. I think after he gets some pit stops, he might make some adjustments in how he's running his line if he's been watching Goodenough. I have noticed about McAdam, he'll study you. If something's working for you, he'll start to try and take advantage of that too. So I don't expect him to remain static in his strategy to win this race. Got racing all over the track. Somebody else is trying that low line there. Looks like it's maybe Dustin Wade. See if he tries it again here. Yep. I think you really got to practice that line. You can see when you slide those rear tires like that, you're taking life off the tires. So if you are going to run that line, you have to be super disciplined on not sliding the tires, or at least as little as possible, and be careful getting back to that throttle.
I would have to practice this to see what they're doing there, but I would almost bet, because Wade doing it makes me think that they're going way back on their brakes and trying to make it slide into the corner and kind of driving it like a dirt car. And I know Wade drives a lot of dirt, so that would make sense that he could do that. And I don't know about Craig Goodenough, but Craig can drive anything, so I think he's driving that very loose condition truck.
Yeah, it's a great point about Dustin Wade there. He is a tremendous dirt racer. I went racing with him once, and that guy was just lights out fast. So if he's kind of got that natural tendency to be able to work it, I mean, we see it in reality when you look at the likes of Kyle five car Larson. I can't think tonight, folks.
Larson.
So you got Larson, dirt track driver. You'll see him do some crazy things, or Tyler Reddick. also a dirt racer. The 20 car for JGR, Chris Bell. Yep, all those guys are. You'll see them do some crazy moves that you don't think that's not going to work, and then they pull it off.
Yeah, the amount of control you have to drive a dirt car is not to be taken lightly. I think anybody that's a great dirt racer in real life or on iRacing, either one, if they apply to the pavement side, it really translates.
We got Tim McAdam out there saying, yeah, I'd love to see John McAdam get a win. We would too. Yeah, that is going to be one of the most exciting champion interviews that we've ever had, Ricky. And we got Amanda Wade also out there saying that Dustin Wade and his brother used to race dirt, and his brother still does. So that explains a lot.
I think Albert's poking fun at you in the chat too, said that is Jack or Josh running in the top 10 because he's confused. So it's Josh. It's the 84 in the top 10, Albert. And that's Jack is still recovering from this wreck, I believe.
Yeah, it's not nice to pick on the dyslexic there, Albert. I just got to say, I got the 48 to 84 between that and CRS, as I'm getting up in those years. That's not super nice. I thought you were a friend. Just saying. As we're taking a look at Craig Goodenough right here, he is out to a commanding 2-second lead. 2 seconds don't sound like much to the average person, but for racers, we know that kind of a lead will really, that's tremendous. We have a new second place driver in Dylan Bryant, racing out of Stem, North Carolina. We usually have an onboard camera with Dylan. Dylan, you let me down, buddy. You didn't have an onboard tonight. We should have like a coat drivers. We got our coat drivers, and that could be all the ones that have the cameras and stuff. How they used to do that back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola family of drivers.
Yeah, family of drivers. You'll notice on the pylon there, though, you see a lot of red. So those are 4 of your top 5 drivers. Goodenough, Bryant, Hope, Gomes. You're seeing those guys who've been running strong all season, making their way up towards the front now. Let's take a check in on Roseboro, North Carolina's own Tim Pope. Always talkative in his interviews. Just can't shut the guy up most of the time. We had to kind of cut him off and give him the hook like you see in those award shows. But anyway, so Tim's made his way back up from that stumble, I guess, on pit lane where he had a speeding penalty.
Yeah, he's moved his way back up, so him and Goodenough both shown they can come through the field. Josh Bittner he's the one that's on the alternate strategy. He's pitting. I don't know if he's pitting early, but he is coming into the pits right now.
Yeah, it's coming in that good-looking, just a rollback Miller High Life looking machine, but it says Track Dogs Racing instead. But I do like that scheme. So he's the first on pit lane. Tom Barish is on pit lane, but he had a lot of damage. Probably still getting that fixed up. We'll see if this starts to draw in some of the leaders. Goodenough's just starting to pull away here at 2.4 seconds nearly. I don't know how he's keeping the tires on it. Running that lower line there. He's making his way around the lap truck of Kelly Kill.
Go left, Dylan.
Got Albert Anderson out there trying to make it up to him and tell me he loves me. Okay. We'll see if I feel the love later. We'll work it out. We always do. But Amanda Wade also in the chat saying that she's been here the whole time. She just was driving and working on a project. Okay. Hi to Lori, she's saying.
Now, I don't know if we mentioned this. Tim Brown said the 89 is fast, but he's using the apron, and he's surprised that more drivers aren't doing it. I think that Craig practiced this, and I don't think that's something that's easy to do if you've not just. It's not something you want to do if you've not been practicing it.
Yeah, you might end up making your night worse. Instead of having a good top 5 run or top 10 run, you might end up wrecking yourself. Not being familiar with that and having the opportunity to work it out.
And I think it's got a lot to do with the brake bias that the drivers are allowed to change. If you put it more to the rear brake, and if you roll it into the corner the right way, you can set it to where the rear end is pitched a little bit. And I don't know if he was doing that, but he was definitely getting rotation somehow on the bottom, I think that's about the only way you can do that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And if you don't have your brake price set before the race, you can't change it but a little bit during the race from inside the cockpit. So great points that if you don't have it set prior to starting the event, you pretty much have what you have at the beginning.
Yeah, you can either click it up about 3% or down 3%, but that's as far as you can go.
Yep, that 6-point range there. You see Wade making, he's trying to make that line work. Wade's in that black, white, and red truck there, falling to 14. It's Dustin Wade, excuse me, in the 89. Get on the right truck here, Alan. See if he does it again here.
Trust me.
Sounds like I might have some other takers going on pit lane. So we talked about this. We figured once they got spread out, we'd see a lot more green flag racing, and that's exactly what we have. Take a look at the map here. You can see we're spread all the way around the track. The 12 that you see surrounded by green, the green circle, that's the truck we're looking at right now, the 68 machine, currently running in 12th.
What we need to see, Alan, if these guys have to start pitting in the next couple of laps, I don't think they can make it to the end.
Trevor Roberts is on pit lane.
I think there's a few that will.
Kyle Vaught on pit lane. We're at lap 93. We were saying they were getting what? 40, what was the lap count? 46 to 50. That's putting you at 99. Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see if they can. I don't know if they can make it off of one more stop. They might have to have two. What do you think?
Well, the leaders are only on lap 38 on their run, so if they can make it closer to 50, they'll be okay. But these guys that just pitted, I don't know if they're going to be able to make it or not.
Got Tim Brown out there in the chat saying, hoping McAdam can make some adjustments, make a run that 89 for, but for now he's checked out. Yes, sir. He's pretty good ways out there right now. McAdam's running 6 seconds behind your leader, currently in third, so you'll have to get around Dylan Bryant as well. But man, we've talked to John a couple different times. Like we said, he's super fast. He's going to end up winning one of these races, I think, in very shortly, if not tonight.
The tire fall off here, Alan, is not as bad as it is in some places. It looks like they're about a second off their quick time. So staying out longer is not going to really hurt, or pitting earlier is not going to help as much as it does some places.
Yep. Closer to these guys, if they can get like 102, 104, they should be able to make it to the end. That's what I'm kind of calculating. What about you?
Yeah, I think if they can make it about 4 or 5 more laps, they'll definitely be able to make it.
Especially with some fuel saving. Now, people out there are probably saying, if they're not familiar with racing, how do you save fuel when you're racing? Well, I mean, there's various ways you can do it. Some people clutch, or some others will lift early going into the corner and try to coast for longer. So they can still try to maintain pretty good pace. Maybe not as much as if they were full, all out. But those are some of the strategies, and even others will turn their engine off. But to me, that's pretty sketchy unless you're under caution. What about you, Ricky? What's some of the things you do?
I turn the engine off. I've tried clutching it, and I'm just not as good at that. But turning the engine off, we've got a caution.
There it goes. It's like Kelly Keel might have been involved in that one. I can get you a look at this.
Oh, Kelly can't turn.
I think we're catching him at the end of it. We are. Oh, that's where it happened there. So let's see.
Oh,
let's get behind him.
Kelly. He was trying to drive the New Hampshire road course.
He's up here. Is he already damaged?
Yeah, I've seen him hit the wall several times. He was already hurt.
Yeah, he was already damaged. So he was. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Suddenly it just went left. It was almost like a disconnect, but I don't know that it was. We'll have to ask him about that.
Yeah, he's trying to keep it down, and I think he's just trying to stay off the track. But when he gets to this
on the backstretch.
segment on the backstretch where it turns into that road course, he can't make the turn.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get a word with him.
Sorry.
Hey, Kelly, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, it looks like you were carrying a pretty good amount of damage there, and then you were going down that one straight. It was like a disconnect, and you hit that inside wall. What happened to you?
My steering's totally out, dude. It's totally gone. It won't steer hardly. So I just lost it. I think I hit the outside wall one time, knocked the toe out of it. It's been a beast to drive tonight for sure.
Well, I hate that for you, man. I know you've been running a lot faster at some of these tracks that you haven't traditionally enjoyed of late. Looked like you were going to be pretty fast here, but got caught up in some misfortune. You got anything for him, Ricky, before we let him go?
No, I did want to say, Kelly, though, because since I've got you on here, last week at Bristol, you really impressed me, man. You was fast, and I guess you got messed up in the green flag pit stop cycle, but I think you had a top 5 truck at least. You was really fast.
I agree with that. If it wasn't for that green flag stop, I have a feeling I was probably finishing the top 3 for sure.
Yeah, it was really,
so I just wanted to call you out because you was good last week at Bristol. I don't know what you found, but you was on it.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, I felt good there, but yeah, that green flag stop really did me in. So, but it was still fun.
It was impressive, man, and it was good to see you running so well at a place that you've had struggles at in the past. So keep up the great work. And I know unfortunate tonight, but you're going next week's a new week, man. We get after it again.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for talking to us.
Yep. See you.
The 01 truck of Kelly Kill. Having a rough night of it tonight. Go ahead.
I would say that he was campaigning to make us run the New Hampshire road course instead of the oval, but I just have a feeling Kelly probably wouldn't be campaigning for road courses.
No, I don't think so. Not yet. Now, as he steadily improves his skill sets at the different tracks, he is a tremendous, as we go about to go green here, folks, he's a tremendous super speedway racer. Probably the best pusher I've ever seen. We get a tremendous start here from Craig Goodenough, followed by Dylan Bryant and John McAdam. But back to Kelly for one more second. He's been focused on improving his skill sets at the shorter tracks and even the road courses. And you saw at Bristol the evidence of that. Don't know that I would say he's there yet at a road course, but he's continued to improve.
Yeah, no, I love Kelly. He's one of the best super speedway drivers that I've ever seen. So I think I could crack on him a little about the road course thing. There was a race we ran early in VRL that I know I was asking my team. I said, how many 01s are out here? Because every corner I would see poor Kelly off the track. He was having a rough go at the Red Bull Ring that night.
Yeah, that was a rough race for him. But the great thing about Kelly is he will stick it out until the truck cannot be driven anymore.
No, and he's got way better on the road courses though since then, because that was one of our early races, and he's I've seen him run up in the top 10 in the road courses. So Kelly's getting better all around. He's if we ran more super speedways, he'd be a very, very strong contender.
Like we're back under caution here for Dave Mayberry, involved in a crash here. So let's get a look.
Before you wrecked, but I didn't tap you when you wrecked, maybe. Sorry.
Dave's right there in the 29 machine. He's just going to get loose here on new tires, maybe. Sure enough. Oh. Now, he got lucky, I think, earlier with no damage, but I'm pretty sure he's got pretty good damage on that one. Backs up, nobody's coming.
Down. Yeah, he's got real damage. His hood is flailing around, and his right rear is tore up, so he's got some work to do.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Dave there. See what we can dial up on this. Well, at least he's still happy, so he's not too upset. Let's pull him in here one more time. Hey, Dave, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, man. You got me.
Yeah, I got you guys, man. That one was all me. Self-spin.
Yeah, we saw that, and you got away with no damage on the last one. How much did you have this time? Looked like it's pretty good hit.
Yeah, I'm going in right now to check it out.
You don't even know yet.
No, it's just the front end. The hood's crinkled up, so we'll see.
Yeah, pretty good. Did it say you had wheel damage? That's probably the most important at this point.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just the front end.
All right.
I'm pretty sure. I didn't hit that hard, but I was being dumb. I was forcing Greg 3 wide and tried to cut through the middle, and that's my fault.
Hey man, you're out there trying to race. We understand, and it was new tires.
Yeah.
Lucky dog coming high.
We're gonna wait with you. I'm gonna wait and see how much time you get on your counter. Let's see. What do you got?
Optional repairs, 1:30. That's not bad.
That's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, Ricky. What do you think, man? This is like a pretty good hit to me.
Yeah, I was looking at your front end, and I thought it was more going to be about 4 minutes. So 1:30, you got away with one there.
Yeah, that's for sure. I just don't want to. I'm not going to go a lap down though. I'm just going to take it when I can.
Well, hey man, thanks for talking to us.
There's a good chance there'll be more cautions.
Yeah,
I was about to say there's a good chance there'll be more wrecks.
Yeah, Rocky really checked out now. He's gone.
Yeah, we see that. Well, hey man, thanks for good luck the rest of the way.
All right, guys, take care.
Yep. All right. Get back over here. Should be going green. Go ahead.
His loyal companion turns his back on Dave. I guess it was out of shame.
Yeah, I can't. He can't watch anymore.
Can't take it. Yeah.
Got anything new in the chat, or are we still looking good?
Oh no, we're still looking good. Amanda Wade was the last one to chat. Said making moves, and I know she's talking about Dustin coming up through the field, and I believe he's just outside the top 10.
He's right there. Looks like he's in 10th. Is what I'm seeing on my screen. Could be 11th. Yeah, 023 is on the outside line there. They're running 2x2. So we'll stay with let's stay on board with him for this restart. What do you think? Get on board with the 68. So hey, man,
he's on the bottom.
Yeah. If your kid's out there, let's get him in the shot there, Amanda. Here we go. We got that live look down there. You're looking from the rear. You're looking at the 68 machine. He's on the bottom, like Ricky said. Let's see if he takes that alternate line we've seen him working tonight. Race truck's off.
Green flag, green flag.
We're back green. Yeah, sure enough, he's down there. Oh, don't know that one worked out for him. It's like the 14. Is that the 14, I think, coming up behind him with Dustin Eaton? Yep, yeah. Sure is. If he goes for it again, he lost some ground in that first one. Decides not to go down there this time. See him shifting those gears. It looks like he's got paddle shifters on that steering wheel there.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
He's on that low line now.
Oh, Adamson's self-spinning right in front of him. He caught it.
Oh, that was close. Look, he's having to take a breath. We're back under caution. Go back and take another look at that. We're on board with Dustin Wade. We're going to follow him through here. Adamson's in that truck right in the middle of that Raptor machine, just starts to go around, man, and just comes right across the nose. Oh, outstanding save. That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, that's great. I can't believe that brought out the caution.
Yeah, and we had a crash earlier, didn't bring out the caution.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's a degree. I guess it's a degree of rotation thing. Sometimes I know sometimes it's if the truck stopped or the speed, but that one had to be rotation because he was still moving.
Let's get a talk with Mike Addison and let him know, man, that was probably the save of the race so far that I could tell. He's down here in Phoenix. Hey, Mike, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I don't know about you, Ricky, tell me, but I think that was the save of the race so far. You had that thing almost 90 degrees sideways and just brought it back under control. That was a great job, man. How did it feel from behind the wheel? Probably pretty damn scary.
I puckered a little bit, to be honest with you. My heart dropped a little bit, but yeah, we managed to save it.
Hey, Ricky, what do you got for the 88 machine?
Now, Mike, that was a heck of a save there. It looks like you lit it up a little bit, but you still got it under you, so you've still got a chance to go get him.
Yeah, we talked a little bit of trash earlier today between me and old Greg Goodenough, so I'm trying to get there.
Yeah, you're sitting there still in seventh. How do you think your tires are going to be now that you lit them up? Do you have any more in the pits that you might use?
I do have one more set if need be. But like I said, I think I passed a lot of cars tonight. I went to the front, or midway to the front, to the back, and back midway to the front again.
Ricky, do you have something else?
No, I was just the one thing I was gonna say, Mike, is I've seen a couple of guys run that real low line. Is that something you've tried, or are you gonna stay away from that?
No, I like the dime in the corner a lot. So I kind of let it, break on the high line going in, drift up, and then aim it back toward the second line off the one.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for talking to us. We'll let you get refocused.
But I will use it if I have to.
We hear you. Good luck, man.
Yes, sir.
An 88 machine out of Phoenix Racing. So your leader right now is Craig Goodenough, still followed by Tim Pope. This was the battle you were looking forward to, Ricky.
Yeah, they're going to be hooking it up, and got Brian and McAdam right there too. Player, Gones, everybody up there is strong. We did find out under caution that Adamson's spin is not what brought the caution out. There was a wreck behind that. John Osborne, Mike Everidge, and Dixon were 3 wide, and they kind of just come together, and Everidge spun. It didn't look like he had too much damage, so maybe no harm, no foul.
All right, roger that. As the admin has put them single file, she said no moss. Single file here. Craig Goodenough controlling it when he hits the green area right now. And he launches. 7 gets a pretty good launch with him. Making sure he's not letting Craig get too far away from him. We'll see if 7 decides to modify his line. Craig doesn't even go down there yet. Yeah, everybody's single file. Let's see, they're going to start to mix it up out back there. I'm going to stay here just for a second. Let's see if these lines are going to start to materialize here. I don't see, it's funny, interesting enough, we're not seeing Craig run that line now.
That's what I was wondering, if he made it out front, if he would kind of be a little more conservative on the line. I got to feel like that hurts the tires.
Yeah, a little bit of late apex there. He goes down towards it, as he's exiting the turn, which is, can be good too, because you're getting a longer straightaway. This is more traditional, a little more, kind of go in low, diamond up a little bit. And he also might be just trying to throw Tim off, as far as, we got dirty air and everything. Right now it's about a half a second advantage to Goodenough. Holding pretty steady. And you and I have raced with Tim Pope for so long. We know that he doesn't show all of his cars necessarily at the beginning of a stint, or even throughout the race until he's ready.
No, I think Tim's, one of his things that he can do very well is save tires at the beginning of a run, but still be fast. I could drive as fast as he does for 5 laps, but I wouldn't be saving my tires. So Tim's figured out a way to really save his tires. And usually at the end of the runs, that's why he's so fast.
He got a little loose there. You saw him wiggle, and Superman, Dylan Bryant, closes in on him now. These are actually your 2 leaders for the regular season championship. 51 is the current leader, with Tim Pope in second. These guys are so close together, they're going to finish first and second in the points if it finishes this way at 117 laps into the event. But yeah, I don't know if Tim's saving here. You saw him get loose. But that doesn't mean that he's not still trying to save. Just maybe a little bit too much throttle with that. See, he can do it again right there. You see it?
Yeah, I think maybe he is a little bit a little loose out of the turn for some reason.
It's like I'm kind of stuttering a little bit here. I don't know if it's because I'm on the 51 machine or I got maybe something going on. Like it's smoothing out maybe. Here we go. So hey, we got folks out there in the chat, hit us up. What are your questions? Anything about these drivers? Anything we know? We will give you all the dirt. We have no problem doing that. At least that's what Ricky told me before the broadcast. So let us know what you think. Who do you want to watch? Who you pulling for? Who do you think is going to win this thing? Is anybody going to be upset the 89 machine? of Craig Goodenough. And with that, though, we're going to go to a Crank It Up segment. So if you like it loud, turn those computer speakers up or that television set up and check this out for a few moments, and we'll kind of dig around on these different drivers. We'll be right back. Your Crank It Up segment. Hope you enjoyed that. We got through that without a caution, Ricky. We're coming to 25 laps to go. Nothing's changed up front. Craig Goodenough still out to a 0.75, about a 3/4 of a second lead there. And we'll take a check on the chat there, Ricky. And what'd you have? You got something else?
Yeah, no, we've got Trouble. I think that's the one we identified as Tanya. Going after Dave a little, telling him to go, and maybe she really says that maybe he should drive a Ford. I don't know what that's all about, but there's something about Dave Mayberry driving a Ford in this that I don't understand.
Yeah, it must be something going on outside the race. Let's take another look at him. He's still not being helped out too much by his pit crew there. It looks like he's going to sleep on top of the pit box. So Dave's on his own. We'll see if it works out for him. All right, let's go through the field maybe. Tom Bearish is still sitting on pit lane, so he ended up doing that. But Kelly Kill, like we said, if there's still wheels on that thing and a steering wheel, it's like he's still coming in maybe to get some more repairs, but he'll keep going now.
We missed it while we were
Go ahead.
While we were in the Crank It Up, but Kyle Vaught on lap 119 coming out of turn 4 lost it, hit the pit barrels and crashed into pit lane and blew the truck up, so he is done.
That's unfortunate. He's still in the chat, I wonder. There he is. He's still there. Hey, Kyle, man, what happened to you? This is Alan and Ricky in the booth.
Yeah, I just pushed too hard coming out of 4. Dropped it down in the 3rd so I could pass. Forget who it was coming out of the exit, but I just sent it too hard and it just spun me and put me into the yellow water There are things out there at the entrance of pit road. It
Did
blew
you
my
say-
engine and it's unrepairable.
Oh, where were you running at the time?
17th going for 16th, and we were cruising. We were making spots up. Me, Josh, and Trevor were all on the same strategy, and it was working really well for us. And we passed a lot of people on this last run, and they're still moving up. Josh is up his way to 11th, and Trevor's 13th. I mean, I was right there with him. Yeah, I finally found my groove, and I was feeling comfortable. So it sucks. That's just my season. Up and down, but it was a fun race. I hated this track, and I started to like it, so I guess that's a plus.
Well, you got anything for him, Ricky?
No, man, it looks like it's just a tough break getting into those barrels. I seen it explode your engine when it happened. I didn't see it live, but then I saw you on pit road and went back and looked like it was a little bit of premature acceleration. You just accelerated just a little bit too hard coming out of the turn.
That's the crazy thing too, is dropping down to the third. It's the tiniest little bit, and it sent me. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it was a fun race. So yeah, Hope is creeping up on Craig. So hope we get the win for ADY.
Well, hey man, thanks for talking to us. Hate your bad luck, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, copy that, y'all.
All right. All right, that's a 16 truck of Kyle Vaught having some bad luck here tonight. Actually,
he gave us some good insight right there. Tim Pope is creeping up on Craig good enough. Now, if Pope catches him, let's see if Craig goes to that crazy, wild inside line again.
Yeah, and we are under 20 to go here. And like we were mentioning before, this is not atypical of Tim Pope.
No.
Got Lori out there in the chat saying she's sorry for Kyle. Yeah, me too. He's been doing. Oh, Tim's just got a little loose there. Kyle's been steadily really improving in a lot of these tracks that he previously wasn't too crazy about. He's going to be up here contending for these wins here pretty soon, I predict.
Oh yeah, he's definitely. Once you have the speed, you can't teach speed. Oh, goodness, Gallagher almost wrecks on the front stretch. Once you teach speed, that's something you can't teach. And if you get that, you can learn everything else.
Sitting here watching the back of Tim's truck, it gets a little too sideways for my liking, but maybe it's necessary to make speed here to be able to catch up there to Craig. Craig goes a little high in the corner there. Go ahead.
I think it's a lot of that may be that brake bias, how loose you're trying to run that truck.
Well, it looks like it's when he's on power as he's coming out of the turn, which is what I'm watching right now.
Oh yeah, you're right. It may be more of the shifting and the back tires not hooking up to the track good.
Yeah, I mean, he's still right there. And if you watch, and I'm noticing too, when they go down and they go that far down, it actually reverses camber. The track looks like it reverses more of an outside watch. Like right here, looks like it reverses camber. There's no banking, no kind of reverse banking that you would have on an outside line, for instance.
Yeah, New Hampshire is a very weird track the way, it basically has no banking. It's kind of like Martinsville, except this is.
See, when he goes up on it right there, and when he goes up on that, reverse camber, I'm probably not using the right term, folks. So anybody out there upset about it, forgive me. Watch when he gets down on coming out of the corner. It looks like his truck lifts up on the left, and that's when you see the rear end start to kick out a little bit. Right there. He's leaving a trail of that rubber too. But maybe he figures this is the only shot he has at being able to track down that 89 machine, who has just been lights out tonight. But he's only 0.5 out right now. He was further.
They just have to wonder if good enough's managing the gap and he's not driving too hard, and maybe he's got more in it.
Let's take a look at his. I just don't see, he doesn't wiggle as much right there. We'll see if it's consistent. Because we got troubled out there in the chat saying just teasing Dave. And Albert Anderson said, keep digging, Team All-Star. Watch this. He's going to go up on the camera. Let's see if he gets loose. Not nearly as much as what I was watching on Tim. Let's watch Tim. Well, he's starting to lose a little bit of ground, looks like. almost 0.9. See right there. He gets a lot more wiggle. Anyway, folks, you're not missing anything. I mean, these guys are out on their own, basically their own time zone. If you take a look here, you see that green circle is on second place. So the first, second out there by themselves, closely followed, not too much further back by Dylan Bryant there. But then everybody else is from first place at least 2 turns away, almost a straightaway back.
They're having a dogfight for 5th between Player, McAdam, and Gones.
Yeah, we're on that now. Look at this, 3 trucks here. 12 laps to go. This is it, folks. This is the end of the regular season. We're going to set the 12 drivers who are going into the playoffs for the VRL Cup after tonight. And we will read those off to you before we go off the air. Don't let me go off the air, Ricky, without reading them off. At least that's going to be provisional. But when we read them off, that means it's pending any type of penalties or anything else. These guys are racing hard as can be right here. Dion Jones, who's a lap down, is not in this fight. But we could probably go on board with him and take a look. And watch the action of those guys in front of him. They are going at it.
Yeah, Dion's several laps down, but I've watched him there. He's driving right with these guys.
The player's talking to him. I don't know what he's saying. I got these guys turned off because, like you, I can't have all that in my ear and still commentate. And to go. The margins here are super tight.
It's a really technical track. It's almost like a road course. You have to just hit your marks.
Got Andy Player there on the outside of the John McAdam. John McAdam, man, he's been super fast here lately. Still up here in the top 5 right now, being challenged by the 13 for that position. This is probably the best race on the track right now. Let me know if you see something else, but I think this is, well, 47 was completely sideways there almost.
I don't know if anybody has tires left, but if there's a caution, it would be very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. All right, looks like 13 is going to win this battle for right now. Let's just kind of peek back through the field, see if we see anything else. I don't think the 4 and the 81 are on the same lap here. That's not really for position.
I got to call out Jonathan Osborne. He was upside down, I think, on the second lap. And then he was 4 laps down, and now he is trying to pass Adamson for 7th.
Yep. That's an incredible recovery considering upside down. And his truck looks like it's brand new. And they don't have fast repairs here, folks. 7 to go. Something must have happened to Wade. Did we miss that? I see it in the chat where he's talking about it. 81 is just almost sideways trying to get around that 81 there. I'm sorry, the 88 rather.
I know somebody else wanted to stay green these last few laps, Scott Roney. And right now, I believe he's probably in good shape.
Yeah, Scott's running in 11th position right now, fighting with the 53 of Jeremiah Burke for top 10. With Trevor Robertson right there in 12th. Trevor looks like he might be taking a look there. A lot of good racing, 5 to go. Yeah, good enough has taken off to a 1.5 second lead now over the 7. You see the distance there. He's got a truck in between them. Barring a caution here in the next 4 laps, I don't see this working out for Tim.
Yes, sir. No, it looks like Tim's faded. I mean, Dylan Bryant's several seconds off of Tim. And then Gones is several seconds off of 3rd.
Go back here and watch this battle a little bit. We'll take you back to the front before we cross the start-finish line. But Scott Roney fighting here with Trevor Robertson in 6th machine for the 11th position. They're both trying to get up there and get past the 53 for 10th. Riding on board with Trevor Robertson here. Amanda Wade says in the chat that that Dustin Wade had tire issues. 3 to go, folks. 3 to go. You can see the distance between where we were watching. Your leader's starting to come up on the back end of the field here. Coming to 2 to go.
Yeah, he just ran a 31.15. Pope ran a 31.3, so he's just edging away.
You can see him just calmly sitting there. You're watching the onboard right now with him. He's still shifting in the corners. He's coming around here in turns 3 and 4. Should cross the line for a white flag this time, which means the next flag will end it. There will be no overtime. And there it is, last lap, folks. I'm going to stay on board here with your leader. He's making his way down the backstretch there. 2 more turns to make it official. Not running that crazy line anymore. That definitely worked out for him coming from the rear, though. Started the race with 2 penalties, drove his way through the field, and brought it home to victory. Your winner tonight, the 89 truck of Craig Goodenough. Tremendous run there, Dickie. Tremendous.
Good job.
Thanks, Pope. Good win, good enough.
Got Stuart Goodenough out there in the chat saying that was awesome watching Craig run that low line to get up to the front. Absolutely. He definitely had a plan this evening, and he stuck to his strategy, and it worked out for him. It was lights out fast to begin with, but then having that ready in his back pocket to be able to get back to the front was the key, in my view, to winning this race.
Thanks, everybody.
Ken Pope came home second, and Dylan Bryant wraps up your podium finishers. So, hey, folks, 35 of you out there watching, if you enjoy watching this racing, supporting these drivers, and you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, please do. Hit that notification bell. We race here every Wednesday and Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time right now. And we'd love to have you. We appreciate you showing up. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have interviews with your podium finishers right after this.
That was a lot of fun racing. Hey, that's that double or nothing on dinner in Phoenix?
We're clear for the moment.
Good job, Craig.
Great run, guys. Give it about 5 minutes here. Post-race review.
I bet players not happy. Let me get this fixed up. Let's see. Man, he just whooped him tonight, man. Yeah, Conti. Yep. Drive that hard. All right, look at these guys. Are they in the booth? Yep, they're in the booth. Let me start with Dylan. Got Dylan there, yep. All right, man, I'll make you mic hot. All right, folks, it's Alan and Ricky. We're back from the break. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to talk to your top 3 finishers. We're going to begin at the bottom step of the podium with Dylan Bryant. Look at him pulled up in here. And we're going to interrogate him on his finish tonight. Hey, Dylan, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, great, tremendous run here tonight, bringing it home third. That should be good enough to get you the regular season championship. How are you feeling about that?
I feel great. Especially with Pope and Greg in second and third in points. They are probably the 2 fastest guys in the league right now. It's not a championship yet, but it's a great start towards hopefully getting one.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, barring any, I don't know if you had any tangles with anybody tonight, but barring any penalties, which I can't imagine you would lose this many points, you're about 16 out front for the regular season championship. So if that holds, provisionally, I want to say congratulations and toss the mic over to Ricky.
Appreciate it.
Dylan, solid top 3 tonight. I think I saw in the chat there that you wasn't feeling real good about New Hampshire, but to be able to pull a track that you don't feel that good at, to get a top 3 with all this competition, that says that you are one of the strong contenders for the title.
Yeah. I still don't feel that great about the track. It was a hard fault. I think McAdam was faster than me on the short runs and stuff, and it was extremely hard to pass. And I had a few lucky cautions and stuff, and it shook out. And I think the last caution, I was going to line up third, which I really didn't feel too comfortable on the bottom. And I think that we had like multiple cautions back to back, so it was changed to single foul. So I think that was kind of a blessing there as far as not losing, third place. So
yeah. So what did you think about? I saw a couple of guys. I don't know if I remember seeing you do it, but that extreme low line, is that something that you tried and practiced, or is that something that you just tried to stay away from?
No. I was kind of just sticking to my normal line. I won't really wanting to push the limits and spin out and lose a lot of points, because it wasn't about the win tonight. It was about keeping Pope near me, because if I would have tried it and I would have finished 28th place, I would have I would have lost those 16 points. And so I didn't feel like I needed to try anything too aggressive. Now if I was farther back in the points and stuff, I think I would have tried it.
Well, hey man, before we let you go, great run and smart run. Do you have anything for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, just a shout out to All Star Racing. I know Albert's moving and stuff, so he couldn't attend it tonight. But shout out to Bert and Jack, great teammates. I'm gonna keep on pushing hard and hopefully bring All Star Championship. Also, the most important is Lori with everything that she does for the league. And of course, guys, VRN, you're outstanding. I definitely love to go back and watch the broadcast, and yeah, shout out to everybody. Just a great group of guys and stuff, and I'm blessed to be here.
Oh, hey man, thanks for the kind words, and good luck on the rest of the season in the playoffs. In fact, most likely going to be crowned our regular season champion, going for the VRL Cup, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, man.
Have a great night.
You too. That was your third place finisher. We're going to move up the podium here, folks, to second place, Tim Pope in that number 7 machine. Hey, Tim, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. Do you have us?
Yep.
Hey, man. tremendous run tonight. Thought you were going to have something for the 89 there at the end. Looked like you're a little loose. Were you on old tires, or just didn't necessarily have a handle on that last run? How was it for you from behind the wheel?
I didn't have a handle. I can't get off the turns. It wants to spin out a few laps in, 10, 15 in. It's really, really loose.
Yeah, we were noticing that. It seemed like you had a little bit of an inverted, the banking went into the reverse as you get down towards that apron, and the rear end of your truck looked pretty slidey. It was like, man, I just don't know. But we saw you close in there. We thought we were going to have a real dogfight. But tremendous run. I think you brought home the second place for the regular season, which is going to be great for bonus points as you're going into the playoffs. How do you feel about your chances on winning your fourth championship?
I don't know. These guys are tough. 89 and 51. They've been strong all year. So I think it's going to be a dogfight between all of us three. 38. He's kind of slacked off a little bit.
Well, I would agree with you after watching all season, being up here in the booth with Ricky. I think it's going to be a dogfight, but I like your chances. Hey, Ricky, what do you have for our second place finisher?
Hey, Tim, another solid good run tonight. I did notice there that looked like he was losing the back end there coming out of the turns, like the rear tires wouldn't hook up. Is there anything you could have done different, or is that just the way you had it set up tonight and it was just a little too loose?
Yeah, the only way I could keep it on is I stayed in fourth, but then you just don't have that drive off the turn. But I guess the way it was set up, I tried a bunch of different things in the practice. I couldn't even make 2 or 3 laps without spinning in the practice hardly. And I finally hit on something right there. I changed a little bit in qualifying, and I finally hit on something there and set it on the pole.
Right. Yeah, you sure did, man. That was tremendous. And you brought it home second. That's great for the season. Looking forward to seeing how you fare in the playoffs. But before we let you go, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, as always, ADY, everybody on the team, you guys for broadcasting, and you and Lori for putting on this league.
Hey, buddy, we appreciate you, and good luck in the postseason.
Thank you.
All right, that was Tim Pope, a number 7 machine. And now we're going to take one more step to the top step for tonight's winner, Craig Goodenough. Hey, Craig, it's Alan and Ricky in the booth, buddy. You got me.
We got you. What's up?
Hey, man, looks went from a double penalty drive-through, drove through the field. Had some support out there from Stuart Goodenough in the chat talking about how you drove through the field. And the line is what caught our attention. You were running like this really unconventional line, especially to get through the field. How did you come across that? Is this something you just worked on before you actually entered the race? I noticed that you were shifting, but I think a lot of people were shifting, but not necessarily running that really unconventional below the apron line.
Yeah, so I did a little bit of practice with some AI, running some laps, and I was like, this place just gets traffic jammed. Like, can I figure out a way to run where they're not and be able to do it safely and not wash up and take the outside cars out and be able to leave a line for them? Because it would take sometimes 1 or 2 laps to get that improvement to actually clear them and be able to move up to the fence. So I figured that out on an AI practice of like 100 laps.
Well, it really worked out for you here tonight. Barring this is all provisional, but barring any kind of issue, you're going to bring it home. Looks like 3rd in the regular season championship, which is great for postseason points. What do you think your chances are going to be for the postseason to win this championship this year?
I don't know. We're going to give it a run. This is the best one I've had. If I get out of my own way, I think we'll be half decent. I don't know if you noticed, but if you continually watch the Goodenough truck, he usually ends up, putting it in his own, flatten his own tires for the most part. So if we can not do that, we should be pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Ricky, what do you have for our champion tonight?
Hey, great race, man. You really laid it to him there. Driving clinic. What I wanted to ask you about Alan's already touched on the line, but did you have to set up your truck a little different, your ratios, your brake bias to make it do that? And knowing that, if you did, when you would go back to the normal line, did that mess that up? Was you having to sacrifice something to do that?
I actually just left it alone. It was what it was set at from the iRacing fix setup. A lot of it was brake pressure. Too much brake pressure, it would get loose coming in and you couldn't hold it down there on that apron. But that apron had a lot of grip once you got it slowed up. And then leaving like turn 2, if you got below that white line, there was a ton of grip there on off. if you could get it below that top line. Because even like if you notice when I was running the high line, I would still leave 2 low. There's a ton of traction there. I don't think you have the heat that all the other trucks are doing when they're sliding the rear end coming out of 2.
Well, hey, man, this is a tremendous start to the playoffs. Strong run. You've continued to really get strong throughout the season and the seasons you've been with this league. But before we let you go, and I wish you luck in going into the playoffs, but before we let you go, do you have any shout outs for teams, fans, or family?
Yeah, definitely. I want to give you guys a shout out for putting on an awesome broadcast. I really like all the detail you guys put in the front, so I appreciate all that. And then Lori for putting up with us and, keeping us all hoodlums in line. And then Team Tang, Andy Player, Kevin, and Dustin Eaton, those guys helped me out a ton. And then also the old man out watching, the neighbor watching, Ryan downstairs in the house watching. I can hear my interview going on now. And then everybody else that's watching out in the YouTube land, I appreciate all the support that you give the VRL. We put a lot of work into this, not just a few of us, but every one of us, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. And thanks for shouting out the whole league. They definitely put in the hours, and it's great to see you guys get highlighted this way. Great job. Really, really put it on them tonight, and working strong into the postseason. Probably wouldn't have it any other way. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week for the first round.
Okay, thank you guys.
Yeah, good night. That was an 89 truck. Your champion, Craig Goodenough, brings it home for the regular season in third provisionally. We're going to zoom out here a little bit, folks, and we'll see if we can't get you some race results. They're going to pop for us. Here we go. All right. So Craig Goodenough, as I said, is your champion. Then you have Tim Pope in second, Dylan Bryant third, Chris Gomes fourth, John McAdam fifth. In sixth place, Mike Adamson, George Rincon in seventh, Andy Player in eighth, Scott Roney in ninth, and Trevor Robertson in 10th.
In 11th, you had Jeremiah Burt. 12th, Josh Bittner. 13th, Jonathan Osborne. 14th, Dustin Eaton. 15th, Greg Klein. John Schoenbachler in 16th. Andrew Cawthon 17th. Scott Milner 18th. Greg Dobson 19th. And 20th was Jack Dixon.
All right, 21st, John Gallagher. 22nd, Mike Everidge. Dave Mayberry brings it home 23rd. Dion Jones in 24th. Dustin Wade 25th. Kelly Kill in 26th. Kyle Vaught in 27th. Tom Barish in 28th. 29th was Anthony Williams, and rounding out the 30 truck field was Seth Aller. And with that, before we close up, Ricky, do you have anything in the chat?
We did. Let's see. Red Arnell, great race, a great broadcast. Thank you, VRN. Albert Anderson, awesome broadcast tonight, guys. Thank you, Albert. I know he's just kissing up now. Overseas Puma, good race, and that's the student of Andrew Cawthon. So really glad to have you out there supporting your teacher. That's cool. Lisa McAdam, great run, John, number 47. And I don't know if Lori was trying to get your attention, but she called your name.
Yeah, I think it was probably a little bit earlier. And so as promised, folks, so this is provisional results, but looks like going in for the VRL Cup, you got 6 winners, which are Dylan Bryant, Tim Pope, Craig Goodenough, Chris Gomes, Dustin Eaton, and George Rincon. Now making into the top 12 on points is Josh Bittner, Andy Player, Jonathan Osborne, Mike Adamson, Scott Roney, and John McAdam in 12th. So barring any kind of penalty which mixes up these points a little bit, folks, that's what you should see. And we'll confirm it for you in the lead into next week's broadcast for round 1, which is the wild card single race round of 12 drivers. And then from there, you're going to have, looks like right now leading for the contender chase is Albert Anderson sitting in 13th at 236 points. So that's where we stand right now. Any closing thoughts there, Ricky?
Yeah, the contenders chase, this is what makes VRL so good, and I'm not just trying to blow smoke. I'm looking at the guys that made the top 12, and then I look at some of the guys that did not make the top 12. The contenders chase is going to be as interesting as the chase for the actual championship. You've got guys that could win the title that are going to be fighting for the contenders cup, and that just shows the quality of competition we got.
Yeah, it's grown tremendously over the years, and these guys have really stepped up their game, and they don't give each other an inch. And it's going to be a great playoffs for both championships. I'm really looking forward to it. Lori down in the chat, final word, says, if you're watching, do not pay attention to these names. No, these names are provisional. We don't know that this is what it's going to be, but it's most likely most of this is going to be correct, barring some kind of penalty. Anyway, so that does it for this week. I want to thank Ricky for being here in the booth with me, helping me call this race. And as always, I want to thank our admin, my beautiful and talented wife, Lori, for everything she does for me, my family, this league, and these drivers. And with that, folks, that wraps the regular season. It went by really quick. Round 12 is in the books for the Vigilante Premiere Series. And we're going to see you in the wild card round next week on Wednesday nights. Make sure you tune in. But until then, race fans, please remember, stay sharp, stay fast, stay vigilante, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
This ain't your mama's racing stream.